Welcome all. Yes, Rakesh ji.
Yes. First of all, pranam to Sh C S Patel sahab and our respected mentor Sh Vijay Chawla Sir. तो आज हम बात करने वाले हैं 64th नवांश की। क्लासिक में जो लिखा हुआ है कि 64th नवांशा इट इज टू बी रिकॉर्ड फ्रॉम द एसेंडेंट, फ्रॉम द मून, एंड प्रश्न मार्क में ये भी लिखा हुआ है इट शुड ऑल्सो बी रिकॉर्ड फ्रॉम सन। तो लेकिन चावला सर ने इसको और एक्सटेंड किया है। तो you can use this 64th Navamsa with your wisdom. You can use it for any house. For example, your 10th house, you want to see your 10th house. तो आप वहां से 64th नवांशा देख लीजिए। तो अगर 10th हाउस के 64th नवांशा से अगर कोई मेलेफिक जा रहा है तो कहीं ना कहीं आपको आपके करियर में, आपके जॉब में, जो भी सिग्निफिकेशन है 10th हाउस के, वहां कुछ ना कुछ दिक्कतें दे सकता है। So this has to be used according as per your wisdom. You try to use it, and this is only what we are trying to do over here is we are extending the research what is already written in the book and what Chawla sir has taught us, and accordingly we are going for that. So what is 64th Navams? So 64th Navams is exactly the same Navamsa that is of the ascendant in the 8th house. For example, Aries rising, Aries Lagna is there, and the Navamsa is the third Navamsa of Aries. So what would be the 64th Navamsa? Anybody please?
Mesh third Navamsa.
No. I'm asking about 64th Navamsa.
Okay.
Just repeat the question. I missed it.
Yes, I am saying 64th Navamsa is nothing, but it is the same Navamsa rising, the Navamsa of the ascendant. Say the Navamsa of the ascendant is in the third Navamsa. So the same Navamsa of the 8th house.
Yes, sir. You will add 210 degrees to it, no?
Yes. We will add 210 degrees. I'm coming on the degrees. So this is a simple way, like for an Aries ascendant, if the Navamsa is the third, ascendant is in the third Navamsa, right? So the Navamsa rising would be Gemini.
Yes, sir.
And what will be the 8th house sign? What will be the 8th house sign? 8th house is Scorpio.
Scorpio.
So what will be the third Navamsa of Scorpio?
Mercury karko, no?
No, I am asking about the sign, Navamsa sign.
Anuradha. Makar Rashi, sir.
Capricorn.
No. Who said Makar?
Krishna Gopal.
No, Krishna Gopal ji. How can it be Makar?
It says Scorpio third. This is Anuradha Nakshatra.
Sorry, sir. क्या? कन्या, sir.
Sir, कन्या आएगा.
Yes.
Kanya
So it will be Kanya. So whenever you see a planet, so it is, if you see the rising Navamsa, it is Gemini, and fourth from it is Virgo. That is the Kanya Navamsa. That is the 64th Navamsa. If Aries in the third Navamsa. Correct?
सर इसको ऐसे भी देख सकते हैं ना, जैसे
सर मैं बताता हूँ, मैं आपको सब बताऊंगा कैसे कैसे आप देख सकेंगे. I will tell you everything. So is this clear to everybody? If anybody has any doubt, please.
तो इसका मतलब बेसिकली जो नवमांश D9 में जो 4th हाउस है वही 64th नवमांश हो गया D1 में, मतलब अगर किसी से पूछा जाए कि एसेंडेंट का क्या होगा तो उसका 4th हाउस D9 का ही 4th हाउस हो गया 64th नवमांश।
D9 का 4th हाउस हो गया।
हाँ, वो 64th नॉन होता है एसेंडेंट का।
अब ये D9 का 4th हाउस क्यों हुआ? तो 64th Navamsa means, so it is the 64th Navamsa from the ascendant. तो 64 को if we divide it by 12, because we have 12 राशि। वैभव जी थोड़ा सा ये करेंगे?
Yes, Rakesh ji.
64 divided by 12. So the remainder is 4. राइट? तो अगर आप काउंट करते हैं राइजिंग नवांसा नंबर 1, वहां से अगर जब आप काउंट करेंगे तो 12th हाउस में आपका 60th आएगा। जैसे इफ यू गो इन द साइकिल, फर्स्ट चार्ट लगा देते हैं वैभव जी कोई सा भी, या
हाँ,
व्हाइट बोर्ड लगा देते हैं।
मैं इसमें बता देता हूँ, एक मेरे पास एक एग्जांपल है। ओके,
हाँ,
तो यहाँ एक एग्जांपल है।
इसका
अब
मतलब 4th नवांसा में है ये एसेंडेंट जो है।
यहाँ पर जो एग्जांपल है, इसमें इस एग्जांपल में एसेंडेंट इज हियर। ओके, तो यहाँ पे जो हम 64 नवांसा कैसे निकालेंगे, विल सी where the ascendant Navansa is rising. So this is ascendant Navansa rising, and we'll count 4 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this sign is 64 Navansa from ascendant. Is it clear? Now, what is important, what we want, what Rakesh ji is conveying is this. If you see the 64 Navansa is, for example, in this particular example, the ascendant is, I can write the ascendant degree here. Ascendant degrees are 4, 5, 6,
10 to
7.
11 डिग्री होता है।
Let's say it is 11 degree. Okay. So one thing is 64 Navansa will be 210 degree away from this point. What is 210 degree is, if you want to easily calculate, is see the 8th house. Okay. So for this one, 8th house is 11 number here. So this is 8th house and same degree. Same, if you have 11 degree, use a 11 degree. So this will be, if you count here, so each house is 30 degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So there are 6 houses here. And this will have remaining house and let's say if it is 11 degree means it will travel 11 to 30 degree, which is around 20 degree, for example, 19 degree. And then this 11 degree, again 30 degree. So if you count total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this combined is 7. Okay. So 30 into 7 is 210. Okay. So 64 Navansa is 210 degree away from this ascendant. So let me clear a few things now. Now second thing what we are saying is, okay, so that means you assume a planet or something on 11 degree on 8th house. Okay, so let's say assume something, some planet, let's say planet X is here at 11 degree. Okay, and now you try to find out the Navamsa. So let's find out the Navamsa. So it is 11 number and in third Navamsa. So let's say
Fourth
11
one.
number, sorry, fourth Navamsa. So fourth Navamsa will be counting from, starting from, so 7 number. Okay, so 1 2 3 4. So 1 2 3 4 here. So if just I don't know anything, just go by simple method like, okay, 210 degree away, that is 8th house from this particular house, same degree, where the planet will jump in Navamsa here. Okay, now to understand or keep it easy, you can always remember that means the 64th Navamsa is always fourth from the D9 ascendant. So always D9 ascendant will be ascendant. So fourth house Rashi in D9 is your 64th Navamsa from ascendant. Is it clear?
And by planet.
And by planet. So next example we are coming by
We will
planet.
take that. We will take that.
So
And
this,
we
yeah,
can, and we can also say that if
yeah,
we take equal house division, okay, equal house division means 64th Navamsa is the cusp of the 8th house.
yes,
It is the same arc and same degree of the ascendant or of the moon. If we are taking from the moon, it is from the moon. So it is the cusp of 8th house. So this is very important. The cusp of every house is very important. Equal house division, you have to see, planet will give the result on these degrees. We will see later on in our further this thing. So 64 Navamsa is basically the cusp of the 8th house.
yeah.
So we have seen it is 210 degree from the ascendant degree or from the moon degree, if we are calculating from the moon. Secondly, it will fall in the 4th house of the D9 ascendant. And then we can also say that it is the cusp of the 8th house. So these, you can take it, जो आपको convenient लगता है, you can calculate like that. But it will always fall in the 4th house of the D9 ascendant.
Yeah. So similarly, we can take an example of a planet now. So similarly, in Prashna Marga, they have mentioned 64 Navamsa from moon also. So let's say, for example, we want to calculate 64 Navamsa from moon now. So I'll just take some other color. Okay. Yeah, let me finish this first and then we can take the question. So 64 Navamsa from moon, for example, we answer. Again, what we saying, as we counted for ascendant, because ascendant was also in some degree, correct? And we were able to find like this. So similarly, for any planet, if you want to find the 64 Navamsa, that will be again 8th house from this particular planet. For example, moon we are talking about. So 64 Navamsa will be here in 8th house on moon degree. For example, here moon is in which Rashi I'm taken?
Gemini,
One.
Gemini.
It is in one number, okay? So moon is in
7th Navamsa.
7 Navamsa. 5 6
No,
7
no,
8.
sorry.
1 minute. I just. So
Moon
actually
is in
no.
Scorpio, are taking
Yeah,
the same
no.
ascendant, it's
So
Scorpio.
this 1 minute, 1 minute. This is not possible. So actually, it's a wrong example.
Moon can't go in Aries.
Yeah. So this is not possible. So let's delete this one right now. Moon is not here. Just we will take some place somewhere else. Let's say we take moon at here. Let's say. Okay. Now let's work. So this is wrong. That's why I was counting and verifying it is correct example because I randomly put it. Okay. So is everyone understood why moon can't be here? Because we are in moon is in Scorpio sign, okay, where the Navamsa count start from the Cancer, and each sign only can have 9 Navamsa signs. So if you start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 will finish here. So moon can't be in Aries Navamsa. So that's why I just deleted this one. So let's say moon is in 10 number Rashi, for example. So if moon is in 10 number Rashi, so that means it is in 7th Navamsa. Okay, because so that is okay. We just mark here. So moon 64 Navamsa from moon will be 4th house from the D9 moon. So D9 moon is here. So 64 Navamsa will be here. So this will be 64 Navamsa. Okay. And always remember, so because sometimes we miss that, okay, we always just jump to the D9 sign, okay, 4th from here. No, so simultaneously you need to see if, let's say, if any planet is 64 Navamsa from moon, that means 2 condition. First condition, moon first, which is primary condition, moon should be, sorry, the any planet, for example, we are talking Saturn, for example. Saturn is 64 Navamsa from moon. So Saturn should be in 8th house here in D1 and 4th from moon, that means here. Okay, if both the conditions are satisfied, then we can say Saturn is in 64 Navamsa from moon. So sometimes, just clarifying this, because sometimes we just get away with this one, like, okay, 4th from moon is 64 Navamsa, and then we start our analysis, okay, something is happening. But we forget that, okay, we have ultimate rule is 210 degree. A planet apart 210 degree. This is the key thing. So always remember 4th from any planet in D9, but always remember it should be in 8th from that particular planet.
It may also be there that a moon is in Aries in the first Navamsa. So it then also it will occupy the Aries sign in the D9, right?
Sorry, can you repeat?
I'll say instead of moon being in the Gemini sign, it can be in the first Navamsa of Aries. So then also it will be in Aries in the D9. So in that case, we will not say that Saturn is in the 64th Navamsa from moon.
Yes. So for example, as Rakesh ji said, for example, let's take one more planet, Ketu. In this particular one, let's say Ketu is in Ketu is also here, let's say. Now what Rakesh ji is saying is, as Ketu is also 4th from moon, but Ketu is not satisfying our primary condition, which it should be 8th from moon, correct? So we can only say Saturn is in 64 Navamsa, not the Ketu. So this is a very, very important thing which is missed. And if you are not studied from Chawla sir, you might always not able to very clearly understand from the book if you skip this line, 210 degree apart.
So can you explain me why you said that moon cannot be in that Namansha number 1 Rashi?
Okay. Who's speaking? Sorry.
Anjali.
Anjali, if you can be on camera and we can discuss that. Is it possible to come on camera?
Yeah, I'll just try.
Okay, thank you. So you tell me, let's say, is it possible? That's we want to just learn. That's why I'm just asking. So for example, you think moon is here in 8 number sign.
Mm-hmm.
And I said moon can't be in Aries Navamsa.
Hmm.
So let's assume it is in Aries Navamsa, let's say, and
Hmm.
let's do our calculation now. So
Hmm.
when moon is in Scorpio,
Hmm.
from which sign the counting will start from? Let's say from which sign you will count first Navamsa, second Navamsa, and 9 Navamsa. Like we have 9 Navamsa in a particular sign. So for Scorpio sign, we start from Cancer sign. Counting start from Cancer. So you start counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Our counting finish here. So if I put here, that means I need a 10th Navamsa, which is not there.
Okay.
Correct? So
Got
that
it.
was my mistake. So just I
Got it.
correct. Thank you.
But sir, can you repeat? Ketu is not in Aries Navamsa. I don't know. Listen properly.
Sorry.
You say no. You can not Ketu in Aries Navamsa. Why are you say? I am not listening properly.
Okay. So here, if you see, what is our condition? If a planet need to be in 64 Navamsa, it should be first condition in D1 Rashi, in Rashi chart. In D1, the planet should be 8th from that particular planet. For example, here we are talking from Moon. So from Moon, if you count, this is the 8th house. So Saturn is sitting in 8th house, and in D9 it is 4th from Moon. So it satisfies our criteria, and we say Saturn is in 64 Navamsa. But if you come to Ketu, see, Ketu is also in Aries sign here and Aries sign here. But Ketu is in 6th house. And it's not so. That means if you just count degrees from here, Ketus will be on, let's say, same degree, for example. So it's not same degree, it is just 1 degree, because what our example we taken is Ketu is here and here. That means it is 1 degree to 0 degree to 3 degree 20 minutes, first Navamsa. So our first condition was the planet should be on same degrees, on same Navamsa, which is also not satisfied here. Is it clear?
Okay, clear. Okay, clear.
Yeah.
First condition is wherever planet sit in Rashi chart and that planet starting 8th house, sitting the planet, then see in D9 chart, wherever planet sitting in the D9, that starting 4th house is planet in 6th, that 64 Navamsa. Okay.
Yes. Thank you. And there was one doubt which I stopped, as I said I will take after this complete. Please, you can ask now. Who was asking a doubt?
Kumkum, sir, Kumkum.
Yes, Kumkum. What is your doubt?
First thing is that 210 degree, the first house, we have to consider the Lagna degree are like just 30 degree. If 30 into 7, 210, that will be a 7th house. Then why we are saying that 8th house will be the 64th Navamsa? ये क्यों ऐसे क्यों कर रहे हैं हम?
Kumkumji, you didn't listen, or you're not concentrating. So for everyone's sake, we'll repeat. So that is good question anyway. So for example, if you can come on camera, you can talk. So
लैपटॉप कैमरा इज नॉट वर्किंग, ऑफिस का कैमरा काम नहीं कर रहा.
Okay, no problem. Anyway, so what we are saying is, for example, let me tell me one thing. If
So
a
can I answer
planet,
this question?
no. Let's first let me ask one question to Kumkumji, and then her doubt will get clarified. Okay. So let's say if a planet is in here, in 6 number sign, on same 11 degree. Okay. So as per you, like this will be how many degrees apart from the ascendant?
30, 30, 60, 60, 71 degree.
No, 11 degree ascendant is also 11 degree. And
Okay, 11
degree.
60 degree, correct? Let's say I can do my calculation. It is 60 degree apart. Okay, but it is in third house. But as per your calculation, divide by 30, it should be in second house as per your calculation.
Yes.
So that means your understanding was wrong. So what happened actually is, so you were thinking, just you did your own formula. You didn't concentrate here. You did your formula that, okay, if you divide by 30, then 7 come, you said 7th house. Correct? So that was your own wrong understanding. So that, to clarify, I just ask you one question is, okay, if the planet is here, it is 60 degree apart. According to you, if 60 degree apart, should be in second house. Correct? But not. So what happened is, you need to basically add 1, because what we are in distance. So you start counting from this middle point. Let's say 11 degree or is here. You start counting from here. So this end here at 30 degree ends here. Then you take middle of this or whatever 11 degree, and then this. Okay. Anyway, we don't want to confuse anyone. So
Understood, sir. Thank you. So one more thing.
yes, please.
Like that, yeah, for Cancer Lagna, moon is in Scorpio. Okay. In Navamsha, Tula Lagna, and from there 4 we need to count that Capricorn. That will be the 64th Navamsha. Right?
No, what? Why are you talking moon when you talking?
Sir, मैं यहाँ पे कंफ्यूज हो गई सर.
हाँ हाँ, आप हिंदी में बोल सकते हैं. प्लीज बोलिए, क्या बोलना है.
नहीं मुझे समझने में यहाँ पे कंफ्यूजिंग हो गया. मतलब ज्वाइन किया लेकिन नेटवर्क की वजह से मैं समझ नहीं पाई. मुझे ये जानना है 64th नवांशा 8th हाउस से हम कंसिडर करते हैं, राइट? यहाँ पे आपने बोला नवांशा का जो लगन है वहां से हम रिवर्सल 4 काउंट करेंगे. मतलब 4 काउंट करेंगे तो 4th हाउस वो उसका 64th नवांशा रहेगा, राइट?
यस.
ओके, ठीक है.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else has a doubt? Is it clear? So let me erase all this thing now.
One question, sir. Example, हमने एग्जाम्पल में लिया कि केतु एरीज में है, मतलब केतु मून के 64 नवांश मतलब 4th हाउस में तो जा रहा है, लेकिन D1 के मून के 8th हाउस में नहीं गया, इसलिए हमने उसको कंसिडर नहीं किया.
Yes.
लेकिन नवांश में वो 64 नवांश में तो पड़ रहा है, तो इसका भी कुछ इफेक्ट होगा D1 में, भले ही ना पड़ रहा है.
So see, ऐसा इफेक्ट होगा if there is a yoga in natal chart. अगर if there is a combination happening in natal chart, then you will see some effect in transit.
मैं उसको ये बताता हूँ कि इसका इफेक्ट बिल्कुल होगा और इसका बहुत सीरियस इम्प्लीकेशन भी होगा. जब ये केतु 64th नवंबर से ट्रांजिट करेगा, मतलब मान लीजिए जब ये मून के 8 से, जब ये जेमिनाई साइन में उसी डिग्री में ट्रांजिट करेगा, तब इसका इम्पैक्ट बहुत होगा. क्योंकि ऑलरेडी ये नेटल में एक तो इसका कॉम्बिनेशन बना हुआ है.
कहने का मतलब है कि ये जो केतु है ये 64 नवांश जो मून का राशि चार्ट से जो आ रहा है, उसमें जब ट्रांजिट करेगा तब इफेक्ट जरूर करेगा, क्योंकि वो
बिल्कुल करेगा. बिल्कुल करेगा. वो खुद के वो सैटर्न के ऊपर से ट्रांजिट करेगा. सैटर्न एक मेलिफिक है. तो क्लासिक में और पटेल साहब की बुक में ये लिखा हुआ है कि जब भी 64th नवांश के ऊपर से किसी मेलिफिक का ट्रांजिट होगा, कुछ ना कुछ सीरियस इवेंट्स आएगा. और अगर मान लीजिए एक जैसे कि सैटर्न ऑलरेडी एक तो मेलिफिक यहाँ पड़ा हुआ है, और जब एक दूसरे मेलिफिक का वहीं से ट्रांजिट होगा, तो ये कुछ ना कुछ बहुत सीरियस चैलेंजेस देगा. अब मून कौन है? मून यहाँ पे 5th हाउस में पड़ा हुआ है. ये 5th हाउस के कुछ ना कुछ खराब रिजल्ट देगा. मून कौन है? लग्ना लॉर्ड है. लग्ना लॉर्ड के खराब दे सकता है. अब मून कौन है? मून किसके कारक है? मून मदर का कारक है। तो मून से भी अगर हम मदर को भी देखेंगे तो हो सकता है जब वो 64th नवंश में ट्रेवल करेगा उस टाइम में, तो वो मदर को कुछ ना कुछ सीरियस इशू दे सकता है।
सर ये
ये
आप
अभी
D1 चार्ट की बात कर रहे हैं या D9 की बात कर रहे हैं?
हम तो D1 और D9 दोनों लेंगे ना।
सर D9 में कॉम्बिनेशन मून और केतु का बना हुआ है और D1 में तो नहीं है।
नहीं नहीं नहीं, केतु 64th नवांश में नहीं है।
हाँ नहीं है।
केतु 64th नवांश में नहीं है वहां पे। लेकिन
हाँ
वहां
जी।
पे सैटर्न ऑलरेडी एक मेलेफिक बैठा हुआ है 64th नवांश। सैटर्न तो है ही 64th नवांश में।
यस सर, यस सर।
तो जब जब मान लीजिए केतु भी वहां 64th नवांशा से ट्रांजिट करेगा,
अच्छा।
तो तब वो रिजल्ट देगा वहां पे।
भले ही वो D9 में 8th हाउस में नहीं जा रहा हो इन्वेस्टर।
नहीं, लेकिन जब जाएगा वो,
हाँ, जब जाएगा
जब
ट्रांजिट में।
जब ट्रांजिट में जाएगा ना, ट्रांजिट में तो कभी कभी जाएगा ही।
सर वापस से एक
जी।
बार चार्ट लगाइए, सर वापस से एक बार चार्ट लगाइए।
जस्ट सेकेंड।
Sir, I feel that instead of going to the prediction part, it should be clear that even though the planet is not in 8th house to the moon, and still if it goes to 4th place in the Navamsha, it will not be treated as an 64th Navamsha.
No, let people clear their
सर इसमें
views.
सिर्फ राशि के हिसाब से एक बार बताइए कि सैटर्न के ऊपर से केतु का ट्रांजिट जो आप बोल रहे हैं, कौन सी राशि के लिए बोल रहे हैं आप?
देखिए, हम अभी अभी हम आपको सिर्फ 8th हाउस से लिमिट कर रहे हैं, लेकिन हम इसके बाद भी जाएंगे आगे।
आई थिंक ये डाउट क्लियर होगा। आई थिंक लेट्स कीप द डाउट व्हेन वी
हाँ
डिस्कस सम
हाँ, आगे
एग्जांपल्स।
आगे। ओके
या
ओके, आगे के लिए ठीक है। अभी ये सब सजेस्ट हो जाएगा सर।
या आई थिंक एग्जांपल्स आएंगे देन विल डिस्कस। But
ओके।
right now we don't want to confuse because we just saying definition of 64 Navamsa is you need to satisfy both the conditions. That is, it should be 8 from moon. For example, if you are counting from moon, so it should be 8 from moon, and here 4th from moon. Okay.
Vaibhav ji, I have an example जहाँ पे Virgo Navamsha is in 64th Navamsha and moon is there.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want, you can clarify. But I don't think moon will be considered as the in 64th Navamsha.
Which sorry, what is the lagna you talking about?
Capricorn.
So you have
D1.
Capricorn in
Yes.
D1. In D1 Capricorn lagna.
हाँ.
Okay.
Okay. Ascendant is 19 degree, 19.20 degree.
But what is your doubt, madam?
No. एग्जाम्पल मैं बता रही थी आपको, जहाँ पे मून है 64 नवांशा में है, बट मून विल नॉट बी कंसिडर्ड एज अ 64, जो केतु वाला अपना जो चल रहा था ना।
That's okay. That's okay because we already discussed the like similarly like how we discussed the Ketu example, correct?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So everyone on same page because we are going to discuss. This is the very very important topic which we discussing today, 64 Navamsa, because this is a common topic which is discussed in many books. If you see here, it is discussed in Devkalam, Breathora शास्त्र। किसी का माइक ऑन है? किनका माइक ऑन है? Okay, anyway.
प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ।
राकेश जी, आप सबको एक बार म्यूट कर सकते हैं?
हाँ, मेरे को।
Okay. So 64 Navamsa is discussed in many literatures. For example, Devkalam, Breathparas Horasas, Jatak Parijata, Horaratnam, Prashnamarg, Jatak Deshmarg, and so on. That means this is very, very important topic which is discussed in many books, correct? And then Chawla sir has taken it is further, further research on this, and which we are going to discuss now again. So this is basic of 64 Navamsa, and we'll discuss further things why it's so important to know 64 Navamsa. So takeaway from this slide is, whenever you want to see 64 Navamsa from any planet, see 8th house, same degrees, same Navamsa degrees. That means when let's, for example, if moon is somewhere here, you will try to see moon is any planet coming to 8th house in same degree, you will in 1 second you will say, oh, it's 64 Navamsa. So, but literature always discuss. Now, next thing I'm going, please don't confuse, but let's say, for example, here, Rakesh, I'm just taking the trinal aspects also here, so that, or we do on an example chart, just very quickly. So now in literature here, it is only mentioned 64 Navamsa is, let's say, 8th from this house, which is this point, and this 4th from ascendant is this point. Now, what we saying, the importance of degree is very important. For example, here ascendant is 11 degree, okay? If a planet is in 11 degree or around, let's say 10 degree to 13 degree 20 minutes here in 8th house, we say 64, no, it is in 64 Navamsa. That's good. But Chawla sir has taken one step ahead, and he is also considering trine to this. So let's say if this is the point, if any planet trine to this also, for example, a planet here in this sign on same 11 degrees, this will also give equivalent result of 64 Navamsa. Okay. So anyway, this is just I'm pointing. We'll discuss in examples, and it will get clarified. And the second thing, what we saw, 64 Navamsa from planet is considered, 64 from ascendant is considered. Now let's say this is discuss 61. Now let's say you want to discuss 64 Navamsa from that any particular house. For example, you are talking about any mother's. Let's say you want to discuss about what is 64 Navamsa for your mother, and you know the 4th house is 64 Navamsa. Sorry, 4th house is for mother. For example, this one. So 64 Navamsa for mother will be in this sign, and where is the 4th house Navamsa position, which is this one, and I will count 4th from here. So for mother, 64 Navamsa is this one. Like this, for each bhava, you can calculate 64 Navamsa. And this is very, very important. That means any planet comes on the Lagna degree. This is very important point. Any planet comes on the Lagna degrees anywhere in this chart, it will be at least 64 Navamsa from one house, correct? And that can be used in our transit analysis. Is it clear? Yes, Rakesh, we can go ahead with
yes, we can proceed.
Yeah.
So now we know that 64th Navamsa is a vulnerable point in the horoscope. So whenever malefic are transiting, they will certainly give some bad results pertaining to the particular bhava or that particular planet or the signification of that particular planet. So similarly, various authors they have taken it from different. They have different views. They also say that we should also see the 22nd Drakana Lord. Are you all aware about the Drakana? Baiswa Driskan. Hello.
Not used practically.
But you have heard about 22nd day sun.
Yes, we have.
So in Patel's book they have given 7 vulnerable points, among which 64 Navams from the sun, from the ascendant, 64, 27 Dekana Lord. Do you have that slide, Vaibhav? They can take a screenshot also.
No, I don't have slide.
Okay.
No.
So you all can note down. First is the 64th Navamsa from the ascendant. Then it is the 64th Navamsa from the moon. Then it is the 27 Rekana Lord.
From moon या ascendant?
You can take from both. Okay. Then the Lord of the 8th house. The planet aspecting the 8th house. The planet in conjunction with the Lord of the 8th house. So the strongest among all these 7 is very vulnerable, and it may, yes, the death of the native may be indicated in the dasa of the strongest of these above 7 planets. You can take a screenshot of this, or those who have the book, you will find in the book. So these planets are...
Can I ask?
हाँ बोलिए कृष्ण गोपाल जी।
सर जी सर, मैं ये कह रहा था, जैसे आपने कहा कि इनमें से ताकतवर, जैसा कहा ना स्ट्रांगली मेलेफिक। स्ट्रांगली मेलेफिक का मतलब एक तो जैसे राशि में वीक पोजीशन, जैसे जो हम कहते हैं कि अस्त, सम और वीक, ये वाला स्ट्रांग, यानी स्ट्रांग मेलेफिक का मतलब स्ट्रांग सबसे ज्यादा कमजोर, ऐसा स्ट्रांग लेना है, या फिर स्ट्रांग का मतलब है कि इस राशि में जो उच्च राशि में बैठा है उसको
मेलेफिक ओके, सबसे ज्यादा स्ट्रांग कौन है? मान लीजिए लॉर्ड ऑफ 8th हाउस है, वो 8th हाउस में बैठा हुआ है, ठीक है, वो 27 रेकना लॉर्ड भी है, या मान लीजिए वो 64th नवामसा लॉर्ड भी है, तो आपको वो तो जज करना पड़ेगा कैसे यहाँ।
यहाँ पर यार
एक पैरामीटर तो है नहीं।
एक और बात यहाँ पर बोला है कि ये जितने भी लॉर्ड्स है वो इज नॉट ऑलवेज दे विल बी मेलिफिक ओनली, करेक्ट? फॉर एग्जांपल 8th फ्रॉम पर्टिकुलर साइन, you know, it may not be malefic. For example, Taurus Lagna, 8th house will be Sagittarius.
टॉरस एंड एरीज लगना के लिए नहीं होगा, नहीं, टॉरस एंड लिब्रा लगना के लिए नहीं होगा,
तो नहीं होगा। बट यहाँ पर जो इफ यू जस्ट सी स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट प्लेनेट, malefic word जो है is not used. I'm saying in this one, whatever written in the book, dasha of the strongest planet above all 7. So you need to see strength of all these 7 planets. Whichever is strongest will give more impactful result.
Yes, sir. I say yes, sir. I also ask as well as strongest means उच्च स्वराशि like that, या फिर नीच and वैसा strongest मेलिफिक या स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट राशि वाइज वो स्ट्रॉन्ग हो तब भी।
Here I think राशि वाइज स्ट्रॉन्ग,
एक प्लेनेट कई तरह से स्ट्रॉन्ग हो सकता है, खाली स्वराशि का होने से या उच्च का होने से स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं है। मान लीजिए अगर उसके डिस्पोजिटर आपस में 6-8 में बैठे हैं कि 2-12 में बैठे हैं तो वो स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं रहेगा वो प्लेनेट।
हाँ सर, आपने पिछले क्लास में बताया था डिस्पोजिट सर।
हाँ, तो उसमें नहीं रहेगा वो, तो हमको सारी चीजें इसमें देखनी पड़ेगी।
ओके, आगे
उस,
जैसे जैसे होगा सर।
उसके बाद उसके बाद इसमें राइडर ये भी है कि अगर ये 64th नवांशा लॉर्ड अगर लग्न का मित्र हो तो ये आपको खराब रिजल्ट नहीं देगा।
तो ये नेक्स्ट मैं बता देता हूँ।
हाँ, बता दीजिए, स्लाइड है तो बता दीजिए।
नेचुरल, नेचुरली लेना है ना सर मित्र इसमें?
नेचुरल।
नेचुरल।
सो ये वर्ष ये नवांशा एस्ट्रोलॉजी बुक से ही है। प्रश्न मार्क चैप्टर नंबर
14।
14 वर्स 61।
19।
So verse 61. Okay. So this is like same thing. Now the use of 64 Navansha for finding longevity. Okay. So if Lord of the Navansha occupied by the moon is inimical, neutral or friendly to Lord of the 64 Navansha from the moon, then the longevity will be accordingly short, medium and full. So I just align these words with the, so if Navamsa occupied by the moon and the 64 Navamsa from that particular moon, the lord of 64 Navamsa from the moon, if both are inimical, then longevity is short, neutral, medium, friendly, full. Very simple, it is very useful. Similarly, you can count same thing from the ascendant and the 64 Navamsa from the Lord from the ascendant, and from the sun and 64 Navamsa from the sun, to find the longevity. For example, you seeing sun as a karka for father, or like that, you can take the karkas also and count where is the 64 Navamsa Lord and where is that particular planet in the Navamsa. See the relationship between two. If they are inimical, it is short, and if it is friendly, it is good. So that means if 64 Navamsa Lord is not always malefic or give bad results. If 64 Navamsa Lord is friendly with the Navamsa Lord of the moon, then it's okay, no need to worry. Rakesh, you want to add on anything on this slide?
No, it is very clear.
So we'll test few things there in some examples.
If anybody have any question, you may please ask, or then we'll go ahead with some examples.
So maybe for this one, if you want to take an example, we can simply go back to our slide here, or we will discuss that also now, whatever example I taken. So in this particular example, what are the things? So सबसे पहले what they're saying is, see where is the moon in the Navamsa. Okay. So Navamsa sign of the moon is, okay, Aquarius. So Saturn. And 64 Navamsa from this. So you'll say 1, 2 here, Taurus. Okay. So 64 Navamsa Lord from moon will be Venus. And what is the moon Navamsa? Aquarius, which is Saturn. Now Saturn and Venus are friendly to each other. So we say longevity will be long. good. If they are friendly, life will be good. Is it clear from this one example? We can go ahead. Similarly, it can be seen from ascendant and from the sun. So now next concept is moon, the moon at the death. Okay. So Patel Sahab has taken one more example. This particular shloka is from Jatak Deshmarga. So let me clear all this thing. The death may happen when moon in his transit enter the 64 Navamsa, reckoned from Navamsa occupied from the ascendant at the birth, or the moon at the birth, or when such Navamsa is rising. So three things has taken. You take 64 Navamsa from moon. So take 64 Navamsa sign, basically. Navamsa sign we are talking about here. From moon, from ascendant. Okay. If what may happen when the death is happening, moon will be transiting through either 64 Navamsa sign from moon or from an ascendant, or such Navamsa sign will be rising. Or that means whatever sign these two sign comes will be rising. For example, again we can just talk in this example. That means what they want to say here is, for example, very quickly, we'll go fast now. So here 64 Navamsa from ascendant is this one. So this is 64 Navamsa from ascendant. Okay. In this particular example, I have taken moon here. Is it possible? Yes, looks like possible. Moon can be here. Now 64 Navamsa from moon will be 11 and 12. Okay. So here. So this is 64 Navamsa from moon. So what this dictum say is this: at the death, the time of the death, moon may be transiting on the Capricorn sign or Sagittarius sign, or Sagittarius Navamsa may be rising at that particular time. This is the dictum. Jatak Deshmarga further discuss, like for example, that means because so that can happen specifically between 6 to 7 hours after. That is time taken by the moon to transit one Navamsa, or about 2 hours. Okay.
Sir,
So yes, ready ji.
Sir, do we have to see these signs, in the Rashi chart or in Navamsa?
64 Navamsa you need to see. Then you need to see in both Rashi and Navamsa. Either one of the condition will be satisfied, which we see in our experience. So sometime moon will be in, also in, so they are not taken the trine. Also you need to take the trine of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we can see that in both D1 as well as in D9.
D1 as well as in D9. It need not to be always in D1.
Okay,
नहीं सर, क्वेश्चन ये है कि ट्रांजिट जो हम देख रहे हैं वो जैसे D1 चार्ट में मून 9th राशि से क्रॉस कर रहा होगा, या नवांश चार्ट में देखेंगे कि मून 9th राशि में आ रहा है?
आपने 9th राशि क्यों ले लिया मैडम?
बिकॉज इसमें 9th इसलिए बोल दिया बिकॉज मून इज सिटिंग इन 9th राशि.
No. आपने no. What we discussed in this one, 64 Navamsa from ascendant, 64 Navamsa from moon, which are 10 number sign and Pisces sign. No, not in the Sagittarius sign. So moon will be transiting through Capricorn, Pisces, or the
or seven
Navamsa or
Rashi.
no, or the Navamsa will be rising Pisces Navamsa. If I can repeat in Hindi also for Hindi viewers, जब at the death of the person or any relative, moon जो है वो ascendant से 64 Navamsa जो sign है. So you first note down what are the signs I'm talking about. So ascendant से 64 Navamsa will be fourth Navamsa from 7, which is 10 numbers.
Okay. I thought
This-
Navansha rising sign.
No.
Rising sign.
No.
Okay. Sorry, sir. Sorry.
So ascendant के लिए 64 Navamsa, which is Capricorn sign. Moon के लिए 64 Navamsa, I'll count 4 from here, which is Pisces sign. So I will note down what is the signs coming here. So I'll note down Capricorn here. Then I will note down Pisces. And this is the moon transiting. So moon will be transiting either Capricorn or Pisces sign. Simple. On the day of death. And either this or this particular Navamsa may be rising.
Mute self.
Sorry, Nina ji, please. ठीक है, तो moon will be transiting over Capricorn, Pisces, or Pisces Navamsa will be rising, or Capricorn Navamsa will be rising in D9.
Thank you, sir. Now understood. Thank you.
और इनके ट्राइन में भी हो सकता है मून.
और इनके ट्राइन में भी हो सकता है. So when I say Capricorn, always consider trine.
यहाँ हम जो भी बात कर रहे हैं सबकी ट्राइन हमेशा काम करेगी. यही हमको चावला सर ने सिखाया है कि हमको ट्राइन लेना है.
जी सर. इसमें जैसे किसी ने प्रश्न पूछा था कि जैसे हमें ये सब राशि चार्ट में देखना है ना, जैसे मून का जो ट्रांजिट है वो लगभग मतलब हर नवांशा में यानी इन राशियों में घूमेगा ही, लेकिन हमें वो राशि जो मतलब राशि चार्ट में ही देखना है. ऐसा नहीं है कि किसी भी राशि के
आप जो भी ट्रांजिट है ट्रांजिट को आप राशि में ले जाओ, वो उसमें से जा रहा है कि नहीं जा रहा है. देखो मून वहीं से ट्रांजिट करेगा ना उस दिन, उस समय में. मान लीजिए 64th नवांशा फ्रॉम मून पाइसेस है, ठीक है, आपके नेटल चार्ट में. तो राइजिंग साइन ऑफ जो डेथ होगा, क्या तो पाइसेस असेंडेंट राइज होगा. प्लीज बी ऑन म्यूट प्लीज. या फिर मून का ट्रांजिट जो है वो आइदर पाइसेस.
तो पहले पेमेंट रिलीज हुई थी वो भेज देता हूँ.
एक बार राकेश जी आप म्यूट करके अनम्यूट कर लीजिए.
सर अभी भी अनम्यूट है, म्यूट कर दीजिए.
सर मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था छोटा सा.
इसको कंप्लीट कर देता हूँ, 1 मिनट प्रदीप जी, इसको कंप्लीट कर देता हूँ. ओके. तो जब भी डेथ होगी उस टाइम मून, अगर मान लीजिए हम अगर अभी पाइसेस राशि को ही लेते हैं तो पाइसेस या तो राइजिंग होगा उस टाइम में, मैं ट्रांजिट की बात कर रहा हूँ, या फिर मून जो है उस टाइम पाइसेस में होगा या उसके ट्राइन साइन में, मतलब स्कॉर्पियो में होगा या फिर कैंसर साइन में होगा. इन तीनों साइन में मून होगा उसमें. और अगर मान लीजिए हम अगर 10 नंबर को पकड़ रहे हैं तो 10 नंबर राइजिंग होगा और मून जो है इधर टॉरस में होगा या फिर वर्गो में होगा या फिर कैप्रिकॉर्न में होगा. ये हम अभी एग्जांपल चार्ट लेंगे, उसमें आप देख पाएंगे.
ओके. या फिर इसके ट्राइन में.
I have a query here.
Yes, please.
It can be Aquarius also, right? Because it's 8th from the Lagna.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah, it can be, but right now we just sticking to this sutra. So
It can even be 3, 7. ऐसे तो सारे हाउस कवर हो जाएंगे गली पे. लेकिन हम लोग ले सकते हैं 8th हाउस, क्योंकि 8th हाउस है ना वो, तो वी कैन टेक 8th हाउस.
Yes.
I just checked with the death of one of my close relative. It is perfectly working.
It will work in all the charts.
Do you have the exact timing also, Reddy ji?
Yes. This is my own sister-in-law only.
Mm-hmm.
And just checked, it is, just from Lagna, Navamsa Lagna, it is 4th house is Aquarius.
Yes.
Time of death, moon was passing through Aquarius.
Perfect. Thank you for checking quickly. We'll check a few examples. One problem with the example chart, sometimes we never get the right exact time. Correct?
आवाज नहीं आ रही थी, इस पे लगा दिया.
Hello, Neena ji. Hello. Neena ji. Yeah. Now we move back.
कर लिया बेटा, म्यूट कर लिया.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you, Reddy. So we'll go ahead.
Now one more thing we want to add here. Whenever benefic will transit to the 64th Navamsa, they may give good result. For example, if moon is transiting from the 64th Navamsa from Venus, it can give marriage.
Please sir, repeat. Benefic planet to 64 Navamsa या benefic planet transit to?
The benefic planet transiting from 64th Navamsa, from a significator planet, because Venus is a significator for marriage. Right?
Okay.
तो वहां से अगर मून का ट्रांजिट हो रहा है या किसी और बेनिफिट का ट्रांजिट हो रहा है तो इट कैन गिव मैरिज.
ठीक है.
हाँ.
Okay. So next dictum is on rising sign of the death. Okay. So what you say? So when the sign representing the 60, so when the like rising sign of the death we want to see. So when the sign representing the 64 Navamsa, reckoning from the ascendant or the moon is rising, as we discussed in the previous slide also. That is one thing. So as we were saying, it is not limited to that only. So this is either this or 7th house sign from the 8th house. So the author is writing like this, but ultimately it comes down to 2nd house sign, which is Marka house, or again 7th house from the ascendant is rising. Okay. So again, this is also Marka house sign. Okay. So either 64 Navamsa sign from ascendant or moon will be rising, or 2nd house or 7th house sign will be rising. This we need to check. We'll see if an example, if we have accurate time. For this particular sutra, we need accurate time of the death, and we can check this one. Because this is on particular Navamsa rising. So I'll go forward.
So in this, I was checking like the famous author Satyanarayan Naik sir. Look at last 24th of September he left us. I was checking his the death declaration that was 9 a.m. where I'm saying the trine to that 64 Navamsa, the moon was transiting.
Yes.
It's perfectly worked, sir. Yes. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Because moon will be on that particular sign for a full day, so timing is not that important. So that works.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you have particular time, also try to see if this working. The Navamsa rising sign will be for only for short period of time.
Okay.
Perfect. So this is discussed. Now we'll go fast and let's go discuss something. So similar, one more rule. We'll have an example for this, I think so. So death of a close relative should be indicated when Rahu transit the 64 Navamsa, either from Navamsa occupied from the ascendant or the moon. Okay. We'll try to see this one in some examples. So it is simple to understand. So Rahu will be transiting through 64 Navamsa, either from Navamsa from ascendant or moon, and we can predict something, some event related to death. Again, all these verses are, this will be there, but these are not the only thing. You remember, like if you see anything Rahu transiting to 64 Navamsa, you should not jump and predict, oh, you will die. So many other things, the planet strength, the Lagna strength, all those things comes in the background, and then only we can see. It is not only one sloka, you use it and say, okay, this will happen. So please keep this in mind.
Pradeep ji, are you there?
हाँ सर
सर वो बच्चा आ गया, सूर्य से रिलीज हो गया?
हाँ हाँ हो गया सर, हो गया, रिलीज हो गया, सब ठीक है।
हाँ जी,
जो इंडिस हुआ था लास्ट में, फिर ठीक हो गया अभी वो सब।
जी जी जी, good.
Thank you so much, Pradeep ji. I think this is one prashna Pradeep ji posted in our group related to a childbirth, premature childbirth.
Yes.
And he was on what you call kind of ICU, what you call the new that for बच्चों का जो ICU होता है, what we call this? NICU. So it was on that, and he posted a prashna, and we just as a group we analyzed, and we found Lagna Lord's strength was very good, but that time the child was on oxygen and so many critical things. Food was given through the the pipes, food pipes, but we analyzed the prashna chart as a group and see Lagna Lord's strength was very good. We said okay, it should maybe we'll fight and come back. So thank you so much, Pradeep ji.
सर ये एस्ट्रो विचार ग्रुप में पोस्टेड था?
I think so. Astro Navamsa में हमारे yeah. Will I think maybe Pradeep ji can post on Astro Vichar also with some summary.
देखिए लग्ना लॉर्ड उसमें मार्स था, और मार्स जैसे ही सेल्फ कंटेंट हो गया, मार्स ने जैसे ही नवामसा चेंज करके 1 नंबर राशि में आया, और वो चाइल्ड जो है वो हॉस्पिटल से रिलीज हो गया। इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग प्रदीप जी। दूसरा जो है, जो मार्स का जो राशि डिस्पोजिटर था वो वीनस था, मरकरी था, वो कंबस्ट था उस दिन।
But as
नवामसा डिस्पोजिटर भी और D1 का डिस्पोजिटर भी।
और जैसे ही वीनस जो है कंबस्टन से बाहर आया, मरकरी जो है कंबस्टन से बाहर आया, और मार्स सेल्फ कंटेंट हुआ बच्चा, क्योंकि लगना बहुत स्ट्रांग था, और जुपिटर का एस्पेक्ट था D9 लगना के ऊपर में भी और D1 लगना के ऊपर में भी।
And one more important point, because this came, we discussed the combustion of ascendant and D9 ascendant can give the early death of the child, or क्या कहते हैं?
Without doubt बोला था।
Without doubt. But now that day I discussed one thing that is there, good, but if in that particular prashna Mercury was in Virgo sign, so now Sun is coming and giving combustion, correct? But Mercury is in own sign. The combustion effect will not be. It will be, the effect will be there, but it will not be that great.
And I think Mercury was in Pushkar Navamsa, I believe.
Yes.
वर्गोत्तम भी था वो।
वर्गोत्तम in Virgo sign.
उच्च का था, हाँ उच्च का था वो।
Yes. So that day I told, like, even though it is combust, but because the Mercury strength is good, the combustion will not give that extreme result. So that's why baby was in, initial some danger was there, but came out.
सर उस दिन मैंने इसलिए डाला था, आपने एक बार इसी में बताया था कि किसी का चुनाव
Combustion on.
जीतने का,
Yes,
कंबशन
yes,
के बारे में,
yes.
तो आपने आंसर दिया था कि हाँ वो नहीं जीतेगा, ऐसा या
Yes.
जीतेगा, तो उसी के अकॉर्डिंग मैंने देखा था फिर इसको कि मैंने
Correct. So
कहा
that's
कोई
why
प्रॉब्लम आने वाली है।
that's why Rakesh ji took this topic when I said we need to see there are slokas, but you need to always focus on the strength of the planet also.
Okay.
If your ascendant is strong, if very, very strong, then Rahu 64 नवांशा से जाए, केतु 64 नवांशा से जाए, चीजें आएगी, हवा का झोंका आएगा, निकल जाएगा, but nothing will happen. But same time, जब राहु का ट्रांजिट 64 नवांशा से हो रहा है और असेंडेंट भी वीक है, you can very surely say, okay, negative result will happen there. So that's why we discussed this example, Pradeep ji. Okay. Okay, so I think today we have very, very interesting topic, and Sri Patel Sahab has given I think 2 examples. We'll see those examples, and then we also try to search if we can find the example. So this dictum is related to mode of death. Okay. So here you see, when the Lord of 64 Navansha from ascendant Navansha occupied the Dusthana, 6th, 8th, and the 12th bhav. And so this is one condition, it should be 6th, 8th, 12th. And it is in conjunction with Saturn, then the native bone will die in by swelling poison, so that will due to poison. And if that 64 Navansha Lord, which is sitting in 6, 8, 12, is in conjunction with Rahu or Ketu, then death by hanging can be predicted. This wonderfully, these 2 things wonderfully works. I think Chawla sir also gave few examples of swelling poison also, and we have few examples of the hanging one. And also one request, when you study any book, always, let's say the sloka is given in Sanskrit, try to read once, whatever level of understanding you have. Just first go through that sloka and then try to understand whatever small understanding you have. You will never forget the sutra. For example, author has given one thing about here is bhukta. Now you will wonder, like in past old days, how they will write 64 Navansha. There were no 64 Navansha. So there is a number system called Katvayadi number system. In this number system, what they do is they have one number for everything. So for example, for Bhu, they have 4 number. And then T is 6 number. This combination is 64. And so this number system is very, very old than what we then studied in English time. Okay. Similarly, if you see, author or who are writing could have directly wrote Saturn, but you see beauty, they use Bhanu Suten. Bhanu is Surya, Sut means sun. So son of sun. Anyway, so I'm saying, whenever you read sloka and then jump to the the meaning,
Commentary.
you will always remember it. That's, I just want, always go for it. Sometime, maybe the main author is missing some line, some word, and you can see that. Okay. For example, for relatives, it is used not for relatives here. Anyway, so let's not deviate from here. So we see some examples for this one. Rakesh ji, if you want, we can jump to that, or there are very simple example which is there in book, so we can quickly cover, so that this is there, and then we'll jump to our few examples. So, death by violence, Nathuram Godse. So this is Nathuram Godse's horoscope. 19 May 1910. We just taken from the book Astrology in Navansha. So Navansha in Astrology. And as you all know, he died by like hanging. So what we discuss here is this. What we want to see here, Sutra says, sees the 64 Navansha Lord. So now we can quickly go. What is 64 Navansha here? Fourth from the ascendant, D9, which is Mercury. Sorry, Gemini sign. So you will see the
Gemini
Lord.
sign.
So you will see Lord, Gemini sign Lord is Mercury. Where is the Mercury? Mercury is with Rahu. Okay. So 64 Navansha, Mercury is with Rahu. And what we studied in the previous slide, death by hanging. So is death by hanging is
And
confirmed.
also this Mercury is in 12th house.
Is in 12th house.
The condition was also that it should be in the 6, 8 or 12.
6, yes, correct. 6, 8 and 12. That is one more important thing to see. Clear? Let's go to next slide. Again, this is some typing mistake from me, I think.
It is
What is?
Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto.
Yeah, Zulfikar Ali is not D. Okay,
The
read it.
father,
Yeah.
former PM of Pakistan.
Yes.
The father of Benazir Bhutto.
Benazir Bhutto. So here you can see. Again, let's apply the thing. So 64 Navansha is
Saturn.
Aquarius sign. And 64 Navansha Lord is Saturn. Let's see where the Saturn is. So Saturn gone into 6th house. Okay. And sitting with Ketu. Okay. Condition satisfied. It should be 64 Navansha Lord should be 6, 8, 12 and with Crow or Ketu. Then we can say death by hanging. So time from the Astro Data Bank. I think this is the time we got. And so here let's see, apply the same rule. So again here 64 Navansha is Sagittarius sign. We'll see where the Sagittarius sign Lord means Jupiter is gone. So see here, Jupiter is here in 8th house and sitting with Ketu. Correct? This satisfy our criteria. And so death by hanging. So he is our freedom fighter and it was converted to death. Now we can analyze few more things about this chart. About the timing of event. Rakesh ji, if you want to.
हाँ चलिए आप कंप्लीट करिए इसमें मोड ऑफ डेथ भी दिखा दीजिए मतलब मून एट द टाइम ऑफ डेथ.
Yes. So if you see here, where is moon here in the D9?
Capricorn sign.
Capricorn sign. Okay. So what we discussed actually, 64 Navansha from the ascendant, which is Sagittarius. Okay. 64 Navansha from the moon, which is Leo. And what was one more thing we wanted to see is the rising sign. Now, actually, we can't say anything. Is this time correct, Rakesh ji, the hanging time?
Yeah, hanging time. So I have taken it. Acha, it was from Muzaffarpur, but maybe moon position will be same.
Yeah, moon position will same, but we can't say the rising about the sign. But if you say, but you see here, as we discuss. Anyway, we just taken a time which is close by, but you see it happened to be a Leo rising sign. At the day, correct, at that particular hour, 64 Navamsa from moon, that sign was rising. So this is verified. Also it can be seen from the 8th house, 8th house lord, where the 8th house lord is. So here 8th lord is in Sagittarius itself, and here in Sagittarius in 6 number sign, correct?
No, no, you see the moon. You see moon. Moon is in 10 number. You take it here. It is in trine to the 64th Navamsa Lord Jupiter.
Where is moon? Yeah,
Let me
that's
check
all.
everything.
Yeah, yes.
सर इसमें राइजिंग साइन D1 का देखेंगे या D9 का देखेंगे?
See,
जो आपने
generally
DO दिया।
it can be we have seen with our experience, it can be both. Either of that will rise. But more accurately, if you, by what Niktam says, the rising Navamsa sign. But we have seen both works.
And that day we see the degrees.
I'll erase this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing to notice in this chart is there is an exchange between Jupiter and Mercury, which we should, so whenever you do analysis of any chart, do a systematic analysis. First see what are the degrees, what are the Navamsa. Also see if any exchange, because exchange play a major role in major results. So in this particular chart, there is an exchange between Jupiter and Mercury. So keep that as mind. Now let's apply what happened that particular day.
Ketu was transiting on its own natal degree.
So you see here, what is the Ketu degree here? 11 degree. Okay. What are the natal Saturn, Rahu and Ketu degrees? Same Navamsa. Okay. Now you see here, one thing is Ketu is in Sagittarius sign, which is trying to Leo sign. So somehow one thing was there, Ketu was transiting over Saturn, trying to Saturn basically. So let's apply. Saturn was 17 degree here, which is on the Jupiter and Sun degree.
Saturn was also in D9. Saturn was in Sagittarius Navamsa only.
Yes.
If you take this Saturn to D1, it is transiting in number 9.
So you take this Saturn. Where is the Saturn? Is Pisces sign.
It is aspecting the 64th Navamsa.
You see this Saturn.
Yes. And Pisces wala liya D9.
And you take this Pisces wala here in D9. So if you put that Saturn, yes, as we discussed in previous classes, we apply transit like this. So D1 transit over D9 and D9 transit over D1. So let me write here that particular Saturn. So Saturn is here. Example, this one. It is aspecting this particular house from 10th aspect on same degrees. Sun, and if you see here, Sun degree is also 19 Scorpio. and the Saturn is 17 Pisces, same Navamsa. Okay.
And one more thing we can say, कि Saturn is in the 64th Navamsa from the Narad of Jupiter. 64th Navamsa लौट के नारद के ऊपर, मतलब 64th Navamsa में Saturn जा रहा है.
Yes, जा रहा है.
This is very important. See, once we हम जैसे जैसे आगे बढ़ेंगे, we have to use this according to our own experience and this thing. Correct. And since Jupiter and Mercury, they are already in exchange, हम जुपिटर को मरकरी की जगह मान सकते हैं D9 में, तो सैटर्न वहां से 64th नवांश में जा ही रहा है ऑन द डिग्रीज ऑफ जुपिटर.
Yes.
एवरीबॉडी फॉलोइंग? देखिए, किसी को कुछ डाउट है तो प्लीज यू कैन आस्क.
दोबारा elaborate करो उसको. I didn't get it.
देखिए, एक और, I think when we discuss Saturn transit, but let's say I will tell what is the Saturn transit rule.
नहीं, अभी आप 64th नवांश से ही बोलिए ना.
हाँ ठीक है, 64 नवांश ही बोलते हैं. बाकी Saturn transit is for 8th house का लॉर्ड को देखते हैं. So यहाँ पर 64 नवांशा को ही देख लेते हैं. Who is 64 नवांशा lord? Jupiter. Is it clear? Because there is Sagittarius sign, Jupiter. Now what I said initially, there is an exchange between Jupiter and Mercury. Okay, so when there is an exchange, you can consider Jupiter also here in natal chart.
Yes.
See what is Jupiter degree, 19 degree.
Mhm.
On that particular day, Saturn was 17 degree on Pisces. From 10th aspect, it was aspecting the 64 Navamsa lord.
Now you're taking sun wala degree as Jupiter degree.
Both are same. Here both were working, but right now I am considering Jupiter because main thing is 64 Navamsa lord and 64 Navamsa. So Saturn aspecting 64 Navamsa on the lord of it, on the degrees, okay, of this particular Navamsa lord, which is satisfying, correct?
Yeah.
So this is how we apply transit. I think you know, madam. You already know.
नहीं, कई बार थोड़ा सा confusion हो जाता है.
Yes. Yeah, we go to next chart. Any else? Any other doubt? We have many more example chart now. So let's.
देखिए, अगर किसी को भी कोई डाउट है तो प्लीज आस्क, क्योंकि एज वी मूव फर्दर देयर विल बी मोर ट्विस्ट.
Yeah.
So please don't hesitate to ask your doubt.
The Jupiter that we placed in D9 is from the natal Jupiter, no? That we are placing, superimposing that, no?
No. That is also good. That is also correct. We should see that also sometime. But what I was seeing here, I was just considering this basically exchange. Mercury and Jupiter exchange is there. So you can imagine Jupiter here in place of Mercury. That I was just telling. But you are right, because Jupiter is in Sagittarius sign here. Even that is also okay. Because this is our Rashi Tulya Namash.
Okay.
Okay, we'll go next. We
I
have many more
posted this
examples.
chart in the group also, but I didn't get any feedback from anybody.
Okay, one more thing. I'll just forget Rakesh ji, as we discussed last time. One important thing you see here, on the day of that particular event, you see here both Mercury and Venus. So what is ascendant lord here? Venus. What is D9 ascendant lord? Mercury. Both were combust. Here you see the Mercury was combust, and here you see Venus was combust. So both ascendants were weak that day. So I think in this one chart we discussed so many things. We discussed 64 Navamsa. We discussed the rising sign of the that particular day. We discussed moon transit moon at the time of death. Let's take few more examples now. Rakesh ji, sorry, you wanted to say something and I interrupted.
No, it's okay. So you have covered that, what I wanted to say.
Oh, okay. So next chart is Sri Amitabh Bachchan's chart. You know the famous accident which happened 1982, and he was badly injured. And it is well discussed many times. So, but it is good to discuss here again one more time. So you see here what is. Let me take here. Okay. So in this chart, if you see, sorry, Sunita ji, are you drawing something here? Okay. Anyway, so you see here what is Saturn degree here. 23 Virgo. So let's mark where is our Saturn in transits and 23 Virgo. Now, as we said, what is 64 Navamsa for this ascendant? As we said, there are two conditions. One, any planet should be 8th from the ascendant and in 4th house in the D9. Okay. Now you check here. What was Saturn? So what I did, I just checked Saturn degree. 23 degree Virgo matching with the Lagna degrees in 8th house sign. I said okay, 64 Navamsa. I need not to go and check again. But anyway, we can check here. So Saturn was in Virgo sign, and it should be here. Where is Saturn? In Cancer sign here. So transit Saturn was exactly on 64 Navamsa that day. And he got that accident. Is it clear?
And Mars is already there, as we explained earlier कि अगर पहले से ही कोई planet 64th नवांशा में कोई malefic है,
yes,
तो और एक malefic का transit अगर वहां पे होगा तो it will certainly give some bad event. And Mars is also karaka for accident.
Can you please repeat this once again, Vaibhav ji?
See, Rakesh ji was saying, see, Mars is already there in first. Always, whenever you analyze the chart, any event, first discuss what are the key things, and always see which planet are close to the Lagna degrees. Your analysis will be very easy. So here, what Rakesh ji is saying is, you see Mars is 22 degree in Virgo. That means Mars is in 64 Navamsa. You can see here, Mars satisfy both the condition. It is in 4th house here, and in 8th house in D1. So Mars is already in 64 Navamsa. And as when we were discussing 64 Navamsa, Rakesh ji told that if one planet is already there, and then one more malefic transit in 64 Navamsa, very, very important event, very negative event will happen at that particular time. So you see, Mars was already in 64 Navamsa, and Saturn was transiting on 64 Navamsa, and this event happened.
And from the moon, Mars is also 64 Navamsa low.
Yes, let's see what is you saying.
Yes.
So our moon is here, 64 Navamsa low is Mars.
So negative event will be accident, achanak,
yeah,
and short stuff. Okay.
Clear?
And most importantly, on the day of transit, you see the degree of Rahu, you see the degree of Ketu. They are exactly on the degree of Saturn.
Yes, that is also one thing. So see the Ketu transit also. Same, if I apply Ketu transit, you see first note down Ketu degree, which is, let me take a different color so that it's not get confused. So you note down Ketu degree here. Again 19 degree, exactly matching with the Saturn degree. Okay. Now Saturn is Taurus sign here, and apply this Ketu here in D1. So when it is degreecally same, you apply in D1 to D1, let's say. So 19 degree Sagittarius, you apply here. Ketu was transiting 64 Navamsa from Saturn. Why I say 64 Navamsa from Saturn? Saturn degree and transit Ketu degree is same, and they are 6-8. Simple. So Ketu was transiting here in Sagittarius sign and same Saturn degree. So we can say Ketu was transiting 64 Navamsa from Saturn. And who is Saturn here? Lagna Lord. Okay. So Ketu was transiting over Saturn and the Lagna, and which is Lagna Lord.